Hello everyone, welcome back. In my previous videos, I shared what I learned about self-compassion and being present. Today, I'd like to share another lesson. For many years, I thought I wasn't simply disciplined enough. I admire people who could stay consistent, who could stick to a routine, who finish what they started and achieve their goals. I wonder, why could I never seem to do the same? Every morning, I woke up full of energy. I wanted to study new things. I wanted to improve my career. I wanted to read more books and become a better version of myself. But somehow, by the afternoon, everything changed. My motivation disappeared. I got distracted, and days became weeks. Many of the things I started were left unfinished. Every unfinished goal became another reason to feel disappointed in myself. I kept asking, why can't I stay consistent? Why do I keep breaking my own promises? I simply thought I lacked self-discipline. But looking back, I realized it wasn't the real problem. It wasn't because I was lazy. It wasn't because I got bored. It was because my heart wasn't following the path I was trying to walk. Yeah, many of the goals were weren't truly mine. They changed depending on what people around me were doing. If somebody in my profession achieved, I wanted to follow their path. If something became popular, I thought maybe I should do that too. I kept chasing who I thought I should become instead of listening to who I really was. So naturally, I couldn't stay consistent. There was another habit that made this even harder. Long before COVID, I noticed that I wasn't taking good care of my digital hygiene. By digital hygiene, I mean having a healthy relationship with technology instead of letting them quietly take over our attention. I spent much more time on social media than I realized. Sometimes I open Facebook or Instagram just for a few minutes, then suddenly an hour had passed. I knew this wasn't the kind of life I wanted, so I deleted Facebook and Instagram. I logged out every time I finished using them, hoping that would stop me. But whenever I wanted to scroll again, it's simply to log back in. I was simply consuming, watching other people's lives, comparing them with my own. Instead of feeling inspired, I usually ended up feeling overwhelmed and uncertain about my own direction. As someone from Myanmar, my social media feeds were filled with heartbreaking news about war, insecurity, and suffering. Those things matter deeply to me, but I realized that constantly consuming through social media wasn't help me to stay informed. Most of the time, I felt emotionally exhausted, so I made a different choice. Getting information Instead of getting information through social media, now I follow reliable news sources that help me to stay informed. There's one story that always made me smile. When my grandmother was young, she wouldn't want her daughter to marry a guy who wore glasses. She believed he might go blind one day and our daughter would have to take care of him. But today, almost everyone wears glasses. So this reminds me of how much our generation spend on screens. it also reminds me that um, taking care of digital habits is becoming as much important as taking care of our physical health. Around the time I had the opportunity to meet monks whose lives reflected simplicity and discipline, they encourage us not to chase perfection. Instead, begin with the smallest step that you can truly keep. That changed the way I approach self-discipline. Today, stepping away from Facebook, Instagram, and endless short videos is a new discipline for me. But every day I keep that promise. I rebuild a little trust in myself. I'm still learning, but now um, consistency or self-discipline is totally different for me. Once I began living according to what truly mattered to me, consistency much more became natural. Yeah, one small promise at a time. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.